resentment in every Negro. They think they're living in a police state and they become hostile toward the policeman. They think that the policeman is there to be against them rather than to protect them. And these thoughts, these frustrations, these apprehensions automatically are sufficient to make these Negroes begin to form means and ways to protect themselves in case the police themselves get too far out of them.
For the clothes to plug, for the rain to gather, for the wind to blow, for the sun to ride, for the leaves to drop. Here is the fruit. For the clothes to plug, for the rain to gather, for the wind to blow, for the sun to ride, for the leaves to drop. Here is the fruit. How did we get here again?
It's still killing us out here, family. Strange fruit.
How did we get here again? Strange.
Yeah.
How did we get here again?
Peace. Real.
How did we get here again? Strange.
Me and Billie Holiday, we talking strange fruits. Old tree, same story, but new news. Bloodshed cause of blood ties, blood roots. Vamp killer for true blood cause my blood true. Strange fruit, swinging food for the fires of the earth. Yeah, the crow eating us with the worms in the dirt. Some burn, still burn cause they in turn from the curse. I'm beneath for Bay House so they burn with the church. Dead on the vine, they turn the race. And I stay there united, but our grace amazing. Redemption for them, with that in the sky. No bird, no plane, it's y'all should have saved them. Let me take you to D&T, yeah. Just now for the triple D, yeah. Where they say things have changed, but things are the same. They memorialize in a hanging tree. They still rally in the city cause Triple K in your city blood. The judges and police, the politician, government branches be hanging us.
For the clothes to plug, for the rain to gather, for the wind to blow, for the sun to ride, for the leaves to drop. Here is the fruit. For the clothes to plug, for the rain to gather, for the wind to blow, for the sun to ride, for the leaves to drop. Here is the fruit. How did we get here again? How did we get here again? Strange fruit. How did we get here again? How did we get here again? Strange fruit. Your ability and they see in their graves. Lay in the street with love is up a break. Bodies keep falling for days. Mothers on knees and they pray and they pray. And we pray and we pray and we pray and we pray. And we pray and we pray and we pray and we pray. And we pray and we pray and we pray and we pray. And we pray and we pray and we pray and we pray. Here is the fruit. For the clothes to plug, for the rain to gather, for the wind to blow, for the sun to ride, for the leaves to drop. Here is the fruit. For the clothes to plug, for the rain to gather, for the wind to blow, for the sun to ride, for the leaves to drop. Here is the fruit. How did we get here again? How did we get here again? Strange fruit. How did we get here again? How did we get here again? Strange fruit. How did we get here again in this predicament? From kings and queens and sold on ships treated so insolent, forsaking our first love and leaving our innocence. And how did we get to this place, being branches in the same vine, if we all share the same root? These are questions I ask and the scriptures answer. We integral together while tails are bearing all the strange fruit. Glory to the Father. And when they come and you present them with truth, every opportunity you gotta give it. Now that you're not like the rest of the crowd of old partners living in sin, go examine how you niggas living. With the sole purpose to witness, chance might not come back again. Teach them to repent cause the kingdom is here. I'm just saying, no way, no way, no way. And I gotta remember that all rainy days, they fade away. Doesn't mean we continue with sin again. No way, no way, no way, no way. For the clothes to plug, for the rain to gather, for the wind to blow, for the sun to
all in a strange land, got our hands up and they still shoot. What they do, eat a strange fruit. Like say you 1 to 3, my family don't care, they ain't got a clue. We them strange fools in these last days. Must be the father, ain't gotta be sober and vigilant. Juan Yasha, Allah militant. It's the square land, they be treating it like we the immigrants. And I ain't feeling it. I'm on a mission to wake all of my people and show them the forefathers had the power to get the generational blessing for eternity. Drop to your knees and pray you can pay back all these devils for atrocities. Went from hanging on a tree, now we hanging on the back block. Selling crack rock to your own eyes. Boy, stop, we exterminate ourselves, we don't even need a damn cop. Hold up, you gotta understand that the government against every Israelite. Whether wrong or right, dark or light, what you gon' do? Turn to the most, see the straight through. With Israel, we will rise back up to our rightful place. Real Judah, Ari Amuna, and I go by Brian Israel.
All right, family, let's hit the ground. Let's hit it hard. HELLOween. We going to get started. I'm gonna kind of. It's all kind of stuff I got going on. These folks that they all into, and we looking for some kind of equality and some humanity and some sympathy. Y'all go ahead with that. I would say good luck, but I don't believe in luck. Y'all go ahead and try it. But anyway, all right, I'm gonna start right here. Vendors of the odd. A man bought human body parts online. Pennsylvania police say. Now look, August 2022. All right. I don't know what this is. I ain't read it. I was looking for one article, but nevertheless, a Pennsylvania man has been charged with abuse of a corpse and receiving stolen property for allegedly trying to buy human remains online. All right. Okay. A Pennsylvania man was charged with abuse of a corpse, receiving stolen property, and other charges after police say he allegedly tried to buy stolen human remains from an Arkansas. This is the same story. From an Arkansas woman for possible resale on Facebook. This is a video. Be a video. Let me see. Hold on.
And Luis Inácio. This is AP News Minute. Brazilian left-wing former president Luis Inácio Lula da Silva has won an extremely
I ain't got nothing to do with this. This is spam here.
Voters rejected incumbent right-wing president.
I didn't click on some.
Jair Bolsonaro.
I wondered what that was. But no, this ain't the guy. Let me show y'all the guy. I just got rid of a. Let me see here. Okay. All right, he might be down. Let me just type it in. Yeah, he was from Pennsylvania, y'all. Let me show y'all a picture of this devil. This is what he looked like right here. Okay. He ain't hiding. Jeremy Pauley, 40, was arrested Thursday and is charged with abuse of a corpse, receiving stolen property, and dealing in the proceeds of unlawful activities. Okay. East Pennsboro Township Police received a complaint on June 14 about a possible human body parts being sold online. On or around July 8, police were called to Pauley's former home in North Enola Drive by a caller who reported finding possible human remains inside several buckets in the basement. All right. The district attorney's office said that after police conducted a search warrant and seized the buckets, a forensic pathologist confirmed the remains were human body parts according to a criminal complaint. Those parts included brains, heart, kidney, spleen, livers, lungs, and skin. Paulie purchased the remains through Facebook Messenger. Now, all Facebook do is spy on black folks. I know this for a fact. But they couldn't sniff this out. All right. Then again, they might have been the one told them. No, they found somebody was sniffing this stuff at the house. All right. Police said they obtained messages that showed Paulie was attempting to purchase additional remains from a woman in Arkansas. Those items were to be shipped via U.S. Postal Service to Pennsylvania. All right. The district attorney's office said the packages was intercepted in Scranton, that's Pennsylvania too, or just Scranton, New Jersey or Pennsylvania, and contain human remains. So maybe Fed Book did get it. Nevertheless, all right. I'm gonna get over here later. This stuff, when I go over here, this is gonna be the hard hitting stuff over here. So y'all get your stomach right. All right, you get your stomach right over here. When I start, I'm gonna let you know. Let me close this out and go back this way. All right, let me just start knocking this stuff out. See, can I find a short? Well, this kind of hard too. This man, this goes. I'm gonna put this behind this. Hold on, I got a chronological order going on. I'm over here messing up. I see why. Maybe that's why I didn't do no videos. I see what I'm messing up at now. All right, let me put this back. Okay. We swap them around. All right. I'm gonna say that for the end of the video. All this is Jeffrey Dahmer type stuff. All right. Now ask yourself. I said this in the preview earlier. Why do you want a burger that tastes like human flesh? And number two, who knows what human flesh tastes like? When y'all see stuff like this, y'all, it ain't funny, but I'm just, a Swedish company has developed a burger that allegedly tastes just like human meat. How do they know? Who been eating people, okay? Think about all these folks that go missing every year and they don't find a toenail, fingernail, nothing. I'm just saying. This has got thousands. So if thousands of kids go missing, that's in their system. Go missing and they don't find nothing yet. Look, this is over 500,000 people right here. Now, some of them is getting lost in the system. But think about it. If a person get lost in the system and don't nobody think to check on them for a few years, you see what I'm saying? They might go on and kill them. Over 600,000 individuals go missing in the United States every year. Fortunately, many missing children and adults are quickly found. Yeah, but what about the other ones? Tens of thousands of individuals remain missing for more than 1 year. Tens of thousands. Okay. And many of them, they don't find nothing. Toenail, thumbnail, nothing. So what's happening to the evidence? All right. I'm just asking questions. What's happening to the evidence? When I get to the end of this video, you might have some. When I get to the end, you might get an idea. All right. If you've always been curious about how human flesh tastes, but have sensibly avoided the taboo indulgence, the Swedish company has a solution: a plant-based burger patty made to taste like human meat. Okay. And as a New York Post reported, the company originally released this bizarrely unique burger around. I just found this article, y'all, just a few minutes ago, maybe an hour. Last year. Why Halloween? It's a satanic holiday, but it's up in these satanic churches. I don't care if you take it and call it fall harvest. Where is that at in the Bible? You can't take doo-doo and put a Twinkie on it and think it's gonna be a Twinkie. It's still doo-doo. You know what I'm saying? They're taking these holidays and changing it, and it's the same thing, okay? But anyway, alongside an appropriately gruesome horror theme advertisement on their YouTube channel. Some of them ain't human. They might be half fallen angel and something else. The Bible says Satan has a seed. So if you have something else, then let me see if I can find something. Let me put your comment up here. All right, you got people with Neanderthal DNA didn't originate on Earth. Let's go there then. I should have said it originate, but this will do. Where it come from? And why did they become extinct? What is RH negative that these white people mostly have? You got a few of it in black folks because of rape and interbreeding. Where did it come from? It ain't from Earth, y'all. Look. Let me read this. Chris Stringer's hypothesis of the family tree of the genus Homo, published in Stringer in 2012. What makes a modern human? Nature, 485. I don't know all these fancy words. Notice these are Latin terms. Roman rulership. Okay. All right. Nevertheless, ancestors reached the remote part of Indonesia. Homo erectus spread from Africa to Western Asia. And Indonesia, its presence in Europe is uncertain, but gave rise to Homo antecessor found in Spain. I'm trying to get to the Homo sapiens because I done got off my topic. Neanderthals. Now this right here will tell you this, that even the scientists still saying the original people are black folks. Okay. Y'all just do some digging into this Neanderthal DNA. Most high, everybody came from Adam. Satan and the angels come down. Well, not Satan, but the angels came down and intermingled with the women. Those are those books they come out. All right. But let me see, can I find it? But yeah, I'm looking for a short, precise to the point. This stuff does not originate on Earth. Y'all do y'all own research on that. Okay. But anyway, let me move on. That's something else I had to dig into later. But now, Genesis 3 tell you Satan got a seed. We went over that in the last video today. All right. Let me see what this is. Let me just then we get back. They'll tell you that the DNA come from somewhere else. That's why they doing all these aliens and stuff. But nevertheless, in order for me to look like I'm just rambling, which I am right now, because I haven't, I like to display facts. But it's that Neanderthal, nope, it should have already been here. Even this is something else too. Denivision, this is something else. Okay, your book of Enoch described 3 different types of giant, 3 branches of giant DNA. It don't say DNA, but it was 3 different types of Nephilim. At least 3. But let me get back on my point over here. All right. Yeah, here was alongside an appropriately gruesome horror theme, but now they can add an additional modifier to their plant-based human meat burger. But anyway, y'all get what it is. Let me go on and hit. I said I was going to say this to the end of the video. Let me go on and start hitting. All right, let me go on and start hitting. Let me do this first.
Controversial hits yet with a series. So Netflix has found itself a hit, one of the biggest and more controversial hits yet, with a series on the serial killer Jeffrey Dahmer, raising questions about how he got away with murder for more than a decade, and also about whether or not it romanticizes his horrific crimes. The journalist Nancy Glass was the last person to interview Dahmer before a fellow inmate murdered him in prison. That was 1994. Here is a clip now from Nancy Glass's interview a year.
Now, they selling Jeffrey Dahmer outfits. You got a restaurant in Texas selling Jeffrey Dahmer plates. Okay. So America rewards her murderers, right? After all, they do build statues to murderers. J. Marion Sim murdered black women experimenting on them. Yeah, they do celebrate their murderers. They do celebrate George Washington and Thomas Jefferson, the slaveholders that's responsible for slavery, which a byproduct of that is genocide. So they do have a thing for murderers. That's the history. So why not promote another murderer? Why not promote this? That's what you've been doing.
Earlier in 1993.
I had these obsessive desires and thoughts wanting.
Y'all listen closely, because the next video I play after this gonna help you understand this. It'll help you understand it better.
Obsessive desires and thoughts wanting to control them, to I don't know how to put it, possess them permanently.
And that's why you killed them.
Right. Not because I was angry with them, not because I hated them.
He want to possess and control them permanently. His victims, most of them was black. Only a couple of them, and then they was like Asians. Let me play it back for you. They gave Christopher Columbus a whole, you doggone right. Gave him a whole holiday for lying and rape and murder. This is what they do. It's what they do.
Desires and thoughts wanting to control them, to I don't know how to put it, possess them permanently.
And that's why you killed them.
Right. Not because I was angry with them, not because I hated them, but because I wanted to keep them with me.
Nancy Glass joins me now, and good morning to you. Disturbing story then, it's a disturbing story now. What he was trying to...
Now, I just thought about something. Y'all put this in contract. When they was lynching our people, they was cutting people, they were cutting pieces of our people up, keeping them for souvenirs. They wanted to keep us with them. Cutting off genitalia, cutting off fingers, cutting off tongues and ears. This is what these devils been doing. Hello? But y'all want to marry these devils. You want to be equal to these devils. You can be equal to them right down there in the fire.
A disturbing story then, it's a disturbing story now. What he was trying to explain to you is that he psychologically felt a connection to them if he kept their human remains in his apartment, and in many cases, he would literally saw them to tiny pieces and store them in his freezer. You're sitting across from this man and thinking, what then, Nancy?
Well, Bill, it's a good question. I'm thinking a lot of things. I'm thinking how terrifying it is that he appears completely normal. It would have been a big relief if he had been like Charles Manson or something. Then you would say, oh my God, I could have spotted that a mile.
Now, this is a woman whose people ain't done nothing but went all over the earth, mass murdering, lying about it. Don't want you to point out the true history. Stealing, raping, destroying Earth. But then she said he looks normal. Yeah, he looked normal because that's what y'all people do. That's what you people have a history of doing, and you're still doing it. Yeah, he looked normal because that's y'all. If it ain't you, I'm not talking about you. But if you got more in common with the people that's lying and covering up the truth, then that's you. I'm talking directly to you. See, instead of these white people, if they was not all right with this, they would fight against it. Satan cannot cast out Satan. Ain't that what the Bible says? Satan will not cast out Satan. They don't fight against this stuff because they support it.
Charles Manson or something, then you would say, oh my God, I'm thinking how terrifying it is that he appears completely normal. It would have been a big relief if he had been like Charles Manson or something. Then you would say, oh my God, I could have spotted that a mile off. You never would have spotted it. And I was in communication with him and his family for 2 years. So that's one of the things you think. The other thing you think is, he talked a lot about being sorry and looking for forgiveness, but he was a psychopath.
Yeah.
So
there was none of that
really
was expressed. Yeah. I found the whole story, I remember the time, absolutely disturbing. Never heard anything like it in my life.
Yeah.
The cops were, they came under heat because it went on for so long. Apparently some of the neighbors made many phone calls because they heard noises throughout the night consistently. And also many believe he was racially motivated. You asked him about that. We've got a clip on that from 1993 also.
When it was revealed that most of the victims were Black or homosexual, many felt that was why he went after them and why the police didn't seem to care when their families reported them missing.
Were they racially motivated?
It was not racially motivated. It was not sexual preference. It was just to find.
It ain't racially motivated, but he didn't get not one white person. I want y'all to say loud on that. The other two was Asians. It wasn't racially motivated, though. You see what I'm saying? I'm gonna pull up y'all. If I think about it for this video, just pull up them victims. Two of them, they look white, but they Asians.
An obsession with the best-looking young man I could find.
I don't know how the police explained it then, I can't recall, but that goes to the previous comment about that controlling aspect here. And now families of the victims, they're not happy with this piece, that it's out there, it's a series, and a lot of people are watching it. They believe Netflix should have contacted them, or the producers should have. What would you say, Nancy, to those family members who are asking those kind of questions?
Listen, no matter what, it isn't a good feeling for the family members, but it wasn't a documentary. It's a work of fiction. For example, this idea that neighbors called all the time, they didn't. That was not true. This is, it's a mini series by a producer.
Now she up there covering for it. He's a psychopath. Okay, if the man is a psychopath, then okay, A, why is people uplifting and promoting the psychopath? And B, why is you protecting the psychopath then? Unless C, Y'all got something in common with the psychopath.
Producer and writer who do really great programming. And that's what they did here. They sort of combined a lot of different things that happened. There was, it depicted in this, however, is the case where the 14-year-old boy escaped and neighbors called. And in that case, that depiction was true, that the police came and Jeffrey Dahmer came out and said, "That's my boyfriend. Please give him back to me. Here's a picture of him and me," because he took Polaroids of the boy naked.
Okay. He said that's his boyfriend. Okay. A, why you got a picture of a minor in your possession? B, how is he your boyfriend? What's going on? And they still didn't lock him up? They didn't put the molestation charges on him? No kidnapping? You know what I'm saying? Possession of child pornography? Did I hear that right? Because I really didn't listen to this video all the way through. Okay, hold on.
"That's my boyfriend. Please give him back to me. Here's a picture of him and me," because he took Polaroids of the boy naked. And the police, and there was another dead body in his apartment, Bill, and the police gave him back. That is one case where it happened.
Nancy,
but by the way, the reason he got away with it for so long was because he picked people. It was just really opportunistic, and there were people without.
No, he picked people. They know this racist white system. You can get away with killing black folks. That's why. He had went and got you. I bet you he wouldn't have got away a whole. He wouldn't have got away a whole week. Now this is the victim right here. Look. Look at it. Look at all them Negroes.
Were homeless, and the people who would come back to his apartment for money.
Yeah, there are many podcasts out there about serial killers now, and it's almost become a cottage industry and on the entertainment side, and a lot of people are drawn to it. I'm not one of them, but many are. I don't hold that against them. Do you feel as if these series tend to romanticize the killer?
No.
I knew she was going to say that.
I think that what they do is sort of satisfy our curiosity about.
Now, family, what y'all think would do if somebody come up with a movie about Hitler and put some fiction in there and say, "See, this was fake, this was made up. We just did some good programming." Would that dog hunt? Would that dog hunt? Let me get something. Would that dog, would that bird fly? So what she just said, since it was fake and they put some lies in there, that it's all right to promote a murderer of black folks. But if you tuck that and twist it around and make a movie about Hitler going after the Orthodox community, you see how that would work. You see how that go. You wouldn't be coming up with no restaurant with no Hitler dishes. You wouldn't be selling no Hitler outfits. They wouldn't be promoting this stuff on Netflix. See, if we don't speak up and call this stuff out, see, they're going to keep running the gambit. They're going to keep running the table. What we going to do, we're going to overturn the table. That's what we going to do. We're going to cast the money changers out of the temple. That's what we gonna do.
How could something like this really happen? Everybody wants to know, like, how could it happen? Could I spot this? How do I avoid this? I mean, I know that may seem bizarre, but I think it's.
I know I'm going off. But see, this is what happens when you get a bunch of white folks speaking for us. This is exactly what happens when there is no real black representation to speak up and out against this stuff.
It's more about morbid curiosity than romanticism.
Wow. Nancy Glass, thank you for your time. You've captured the imagination of a lot of people on this series.
Okay. Oh, so she on Netflix?
And I appreciate you sharing.
Oh, no, she just running the news thing. Okay. But anyway, I don't know who this heifer is. Let me see. All right. I don't need to know much about him. But anyway, let me play this video for y'all. All right, here we go. Now, y'all keep in mind what you just saw. All right. I know it's kind of hard to grasp, but y'all just pay attention and watch it. Some of y'all done seen it.
Because the white supremacists don't really have culture, when they dominate and control people, they have to consume their culture. And their identity and their culture is based off the subjugation of melanated people. So dominating us and controlling us and stealing from us is their culture.
I can't be that, so I want to be like that. How do I become like that? I then learn what it knows, and then I have to destroy it and take its place.
You know, because what happens traditionally is when people come through to take over, they wipe out your religion, they take over your whole memory of everything that made your DNA, and they make you think that you're number two, when in actuality, you was number one.
There is no such thing as a straight Caucasian culture, okay? If you want to look at the culture or the historical framework of how they've lived their lives, what they've done, it deals with murder, it deals with a lot of bloodshed, it deals with living in the caves, in the Caucasus Mountains, it deals in eating raw things crawling on the walls, it deals in all of this defecation, not knowing how to bury their dead, not knowing how to stand upright, they crawled on all fours, all of these different things. So their culture wasn't really anything dealing with something that they could leave as a legacy, for instance. So they had to imitate, they had to emulate in order for them to legitimize themselves as a human reality.
Well, you know, Dr. Welsing was one of our great warrior queens. And interesting thing, Dr. Welsing's idea is that because Europeans are a tiny minority on planet Earth, they become concerned about being able to maintain themselves on the planet. Because they're concerned, because the simple sex act, she said, could actually wipe them out. So what she said was that they created a system of white supremacy, and that they put white supremacy into all areas of people activity, which she named education and entertainment, labor, law, politics, etc. And she said that this concern about being able to be killed off was because they lacked melanin. Because if this, again, the simple sex act would bring about a child who was of color. So what Dr. Welsing was saying is that they consume these dark things like chocolate and coffee to sort of make up for the missing melanin that they don't have.
There's a book called The Delectable Negro that documents the cannibalizing of Black people, especially during slavery. It talks about how in white European culture, the white supremacist culture, that they've always had this thing about literally consuming Black people, Black flesh. During slavery, when they had the big rebellion with Nat Turner, he was cannibalized after they killed him. They ate him. During a lot of lynchings, they would cook and barbecue people, and they would actually eat the people that they would lynch. So this was something that was a part of the white supremacist culture, consuming us literally.
Because they know you are what you eat. So if a white man eats you or eat me, he believes that he becomes us. And I know it's strange because I conquered them, but I'm going to devour what I've conquered.
I mean, a lot of the mummies that was taken out of Africa was taken to Europe and sold, and they used it as medicine, and they used it as aphrodisiacs. They ate our dead people's bodies.
You hear that? I didn't know that. They took the darn mummies and made medicine out of the dead bodies. Kind of mess. And they repented not. This, by the way, is a Nephilim. Y'all go back into looking at these pale Native Americans back in the day. Y'all go to looking into that. These are Nephilim. But anyway.
Strange because I conquered them, but I'm going to devour what I've conquered.
I mean, a lot of the mummies that was taken out of Africa was taken to Europe and sold, and they used it as medicine, and they used it as aphrodisiacs. They ate our dead people's bodies. And cannibalizing us is nothing new. That whole concept of cannibalism comes from Europe. You don't find any instances of cannibalism in Africa or Asia.
Yes, they do it. They do that right now. those are considered delicacy among certain high groups of Caucasians to eat the black man's heart or his brain. All of those were designed to try to get your strength any kind of way they.
Now, how many of y'all thinking about Hannibal Lecter right about now? Come on, Silence of the Lambs. Huh? Y'all know what I'm talking about, Hannibal.
So they felt if they ate your heart or they ate your brain, that they would be able to gain your strength in that way. Listen, we're living in a country right now where 44 of the 50 states still allow the eating of cats and dogs. People don't talk about that because we put that on the Asians. Oh, they eat the cat and dog. No, they're not the only ones. You got white people all over this country that's eating cats and dogs, and that's why the law is on the book. That's 44 states. It's still legal to eat cats and dogs. And you know how they love their pets, but they eating them.
The central issue here is not the cannibalism itself, it's just that they prided themselves on certain parts of the body. If you defeat your enemy, you eat their heart. And today they give a purple heart to soldiers coming out of cannibalism.
During the Jim Crow era, they would have foods that would be associated with Black people. We see the remnants of that now. We see like Aunt Jemima pancakes and Uncle Ben's rice and all that. But even back then, that was very popular, having Black people associated with all these foods and Black people on the boxes of all these foods. Not just because Black people were the cooks. We assumed that they would have Black people on these products because they cooked the products. But they had things like nigger head oysters because they said the oysters' heads look like Black people. They had nigger babies candy, this chocolate candy. They had Brazil nuts, which were called nigger toes. So this was something that was real popular in the white supremacist culture, relegating Black people to edible products in order to consume symbolically and literally Black flesh.
Our bodies are so robust and strong, and our memory is intact, and we can do things that they had never seen any other human being do before. So they thought, well, if I consume him or her, I will be able to do everything that he or she does and possibly better.
Certain Europeans, they believe that certain body parts harvested certain energies, like power or courage or ferocity. So it was no thing to kill a lion to eat its heart if I believe that the ferocity of the lion is in his heart. So I'll eat the lion heart, and then I'll call myself Richard the Lionheart. I'm ferocious, I'm powerful, like that lion that I devoured.
And cannibalism is nothing new to the European. In fact, if you go to Germany, this is an absolute fact, you can look it up. You can legally eat somebody so long as that person consents to it. It's a fact. In Germany, you can legally eat someone so long as the person being eaten consents to it. Now, when you see a law like that, then you have to consider, is the German a German? Is he a germ man? Is this guy a manifestation or a man infestation?
Around 1885 to around 1908, the Belgians, they forced Congolese men to harvest rubber, ivory, and diamonds. And they had quotas. And if they did not meet that quota, the wives and the children of those men would have their hands cut off, and sometimes their feet too.
After King Leopold had his people chop off the hands of African people in the Congo, in Belgium, they made it a practice of selling these chocolate hands that they would eat. So there's always been this culture within white supremacy of consuming Blackness in the most vile ways.
Okay, now today you have what? Organ trafficking, organ harvesting. Why? Because our organs still to date still prove to be the most functional. They resist diseases at the highest rate. They will keep you living longer, a whole lot longer. So everything dealing with our organs, our spirituality, us as a people, genetically, biochemically, they attribute it to everything dark, from clothing to the food to the coffee. All of it, everything dark. I have to take it because it will make me more powerful. I don't want none white. See, we want white. As Brother Malcolm said, you know, you want to integrate your coffee with a little bit of cream. It'll go down easier. See, because that black is a little too strong, it's a little too harsh. No, they like black coffee. They wanted straight black. White women want straight black.
Now, we're aware that during slavery and Jim Crow, the white supremacists would cannibalize black bodies. Now, let's fast forward to a couple of decades ago. You had somebody like Jeffrey Dahmer. Now, Jeffrey Dahmer, most of his victims were black men, and he would dismember their bodies, and he would literally cook and eat the bodies of these black men. What's interesting about Jeffrey Dahmer, not only was he cannibalizing and dismembering black people, Jeffrey Dahmer worked at a chocolate factory in Milwaukee. So it was his desire for blackness and chocolate and melanin. It was not only symbolic, it was very literal. So he was the only one who really got caught in modern times. How many other people are doing this?
And I truly, sincerely believe that all of these murders happening with the police and all these different things, they are organ stealing.
They specialize in eating us. A lot of us were sold just as culinary things during the slave trade. But we just focus on this chain and stuff, but a lot of us were just good eating. And a lot of Europeans got in the slave trade for the eating. Yeah, they cooked it. They were actually cooking black people. They hung you up, but they had a fire underneath you. They were cooking us and selling the oil. They sold Nat Turner's oil as an aphrodisiac right here.
I found a story that when they shut down the hunting of whales, they started killing our people and making oil out of our blood. All right? So y'all look at some of this stuff.
America.
Let me see, can I find that right quick? There's an article I found. That ain't, hold on. I might have deleted it by mistake. Let me see here. I'll go back through it. Okay. Let me close some of these tabs. Now this is remember that story they talking about in Germany? Polite was talking about. Is in Germany is legal to eat somebody as long as they consent to it? So you're gonna find a short video. Just here 40. I ain't gonna go that long. But yeah, I just found an article that paralleled what he was saying. German cannibal laid out wine and candles as he ate his victim with potatoes and sprouts. Descriptive, sexual, and violent details that may not be suitable for all readers. I remember this. I remember this. I remember this. But anyway, I ain't got to read all this stuff. Y'all can read that. Just type this in. There it is. Or you can do a quick Google search. German cannibal laid out wine. This stuff ain't hard to find. You go a video. Let me see how long it is. It's 14 minutes.
If you saw him in the...
That's 14 minutes. Not doing it. There go a video. All right. Let me close some of these tabs. Okay. I kind of got into work mode when I seen all this stuff. Look at this. Yeah, let's just make a meal in honor of Jeffrey Dahmer. Because that's just normal. He's so normal. Remember? He's normal. This is what they do. So that's normal activity for them. See what I'm saying? A Lubbock, this is Texas, pizzeria faced some backlash. It should have been blacklash on Saturday for a controversial pizza it put on display for HELLOween season. Capital Pizza in Lubbock displayed a HELLOween decoration called the Jeffrey Dahmer special. Now, I'll come up with the Adolf Hitler special and see what you get. That's what you do. If you can't do it, if you wouldn't do it for one, then you shouldn't do it for another. That's how you know it ain't no equality. There ain't no equality in the kingdom of the Most High. Think about it. There is no equality in the kingdom of the Most High. Let me give y'all a layman's term. Who is equal to the Most High? Is his angels equal to him? Are we equal to the angels? In other words, having the same abilities and functionalities as the angels. Are women equal to men? Are men equal to women? Come on, family. Huh? Ain't no equality. That's a lie. Okay? Y'all, do y'all understand what I'm saying? You get 2 quarters and put them together. Put 2 quarters. Let me just show you. Some of our people see better when they see. All right. You put 2 quarters. That's head and tail. Okay, they are about the same amount. They look, they the same thing. That's equal. No 2 people look alike. Except maybe twins. Okay? This equality thing is a lie. Why would you want to be equal to a devil? Why you want to be equal with wicked folks? So you want to be equal with wicked folks, so you want to go to the lake with them then. I'm trying to help you. All right? Okay. The decoration was made to look like a pizza made with various body parts. The decoration inspired by the so murderers inspire people. Murderer inspire, and I quote, normal people. This is normal in their culture. They have a history that support it. They support racism and white supremacy. They support the Klan. Oh yeah, they put it in their laws. They maintain it. They erect statues. Those folks are murderers. Okay. Let me keep going. Let me show y'all this coon, this coon of a Negro right quick. Let me show y'all this. Let me show y'all this.
These are the pictures igniting the race row threatening to engulf Sweden's culture minister. Lena Adelsohn Liljeroth is laughingly shown plunging a knife into a cake shaped like a stereotypical depiction of an African woman. The action was meant to mimic the female genital mutilation suffered by women across the African continent. The artist.
So this cake, let me help y'all what they're trying to say. This cake ain't racist because A, you got a black man that made the cake. B, the black man, this is the black man face right here. And C, it ain't racist because it's bringing awareness to the mutilation of the African woman's genitalia. That's what they're going with. This cake ain't racist because of that, because it's bringing awareness to the African woman genitalia. How about locking up the folks that's doing it? How about that? How about not making a mockery out of it? These folks are liars. They're devil. They probably behind the mutilation. After all, they want to control the population of Africa. Okay? These folks are these fork-tongued devils. I'm telling y'all, if their lips is moving, if it's scrolling across the TV screen, if it's playing in your ears, listen, look, and watch for the lies.
Suffered by women across the African continent. The artist Mako Delinda, who covered in dark makeup is the head of the cake, screams as the knife is plunged in.
Okay, that's supposed to be an African woman. Y'all know any black women look like that? Huh? A darn clown. Look. This is the lie, and this Negro need to be. I'm gonna be careful. This Negro boy. I'm finna say he need to be shot, but I'm gonna be.
The minister, still laughing, feeds him from her fork. The artist says he's trying to make people feel uncomfortable, to question themselves about their reaction to these images.
How are they feeling uncomfortable and they laughing?
The obvious racism.
There go the buffoon right there, y'all. He's looking kind of feminine.
Their reaction to these images.
The obvious racism that we can see within like extreme right parties or neo-Nazis it's very easy to point out and put your fingers at, and it's of course very scary. But the kind of racism that I face on a more regular basis is much more subtle and like harder to point out exactly where it comes from. So I think by like facing them or facing myself even with this image, I can sort of trigger an awareness within myself or within the viewer, I hope. I think it's very important to raise questions about racial identity or racial identities, rather, and to talk about.
The piece has certainly got people talking. Across social media sites, the pictures have inspired outrage and accusations of racism against both Linda and the minister. The Afro-Swedish Society has now called for the minister's resignation, saying she should have been more responsible.
This is not an isolated event. You know, this is a series of events or episodes which have been degrading, discriminating, and demonizing Black people. In that term, you know, we welcome the attention that it's getting, so we can finally speak about, you know, the problems that actually exist and the reaction or the lack of reaction from the culture minister. We welcome this debate and discussion because, you know, it proves to us that Sweden is, you know, really, imagine doing this in America. Imagine doing this in a U.S. context. You know, I couldn't.
In a statement published in the Swedish press, Liljeroth apologized for the...
Oh, yeah, she's real uncomfortable. She's so uncomfortable that she's cannibalizing the cake and feeding the cake. She's real uncomfortable. That plan works marvelously. If folks lying, this is what they do.
The controversy over her actions, but defended the artwork itself, saying the actual intent of the piece and Maloka Linda's artistry is to challenge the traditional image of racism, abuse, and oppression through provocation. It's perfectly obvious that my role as minister differs from that of the artist. Provocation cannot and should not be an expression for those who have the trust and responsibility of government representatives. The controversy, though, shows no sign of abating. On Tuesday, the Museum of Modern Art, where the exhibition was staged, received bomb threats. Although no explosives were found, it's clear the piece has touched on an uncomfortably raw nerve. Nemal Baris, CNN, London.
All right, I had to show y'all that Negro there. That's pretty much the same thing. So look, Swedish official called racist cake a piece of provocative art. Okay, it's art. So did Hannibal. If you ever watched the movie Hannibal, and I have, he called what he was doing. He called that art too. Let me move on. Let me close that out. Yeah, y'all are pretty familiar with that. Look at this. Let me see what this is. These are Belgian folks. Remember the King Leopold went over. These are the same people went over there cutting off Black folks' hand, and they celebrate that. Look. Oh yeah, let me read this. Let me see at Jeffrey Dahmer's victim. Let me make sure both of them guys was Asian. Need a color picture. What up, Mike? I'm on live and you on speaker. Yeah, you on speaker, so what? Yeah. An hour.
An hour?
Yeah.
Hey, why you call me?
I don't know. I thought you was working.
You know what, Negro? I feel that.
All right. All right. Let me see here. I couldn't find no. Make sure. I don't like to tell no lies, even on our enemies. Hispanic. He might be white. But anyway, one of them was an Asian. I know it because of the name. I guess he the Asian. Okay. But still, ain't nothing changing. Ain't nothing changing. If it wasn't about race, he mysteriously got how he know to get all mostly black folks. Oh, and don't forget what's his name? Ed Buck. Let's see Hicks. What was it? Hicks. Mark Hicks. Stephen Mark Hicks. Let me see. Get a better picture of him. Yes, he is white. Either way, they still celebrating. They still celebrating cannibalism. Okay. Okay. All right. Let's see what's this. Oh yeah, that's that meal. I'm closing these tabs. I'm finna end. Yeah, I've read it. I went over that. Hold on. Okay, the art of being eaten alive. Okay. The Oxford American. All right. Why it got to be about to be an art? Who knows? But nevertheless, everyone knows you are what you eat. They go back to the video. All right. The age-old adage goes a long way toward explaining why American culture is so black. For centuries, while America sustained itself on our blood, they ate up our work, and America exists because we died. They ate us. Think about it. And they are maintaining it. And they continue to digest us. Our people is in the prisons, keeping this wicked economy going for slave labor. Everybody they giving immigrants economic floor to come over here, get businesses, while we get nothing. So you see how that works. All right, but nevertheless, if you keep tuning in, it'll come to you. All right, we built the Capitol, baked the cornbread, birthed the culture, and one of the most significant achievements was the cakewalk, the delectable dance form that we invented in response to being eaten alive. See, that's the problem right there. Negroes is getting eaten alive, and we out here dancing. See that? So Negroes getting eaten alive, and here we come up with a dance. And that need to be a war dance. That's what that need to be. Dancing on top of these heathen heads. All right. In 1821, here it is. This is the article right here. In 1821, when a shipwreck destroyed the American whaling vessel Essex, the survivors resorted to cannibalism. The first 4 crewmen eaten were black. A decade later, in 1831, when slavers captured and killed Nat Turner, the leader of the famed Virginia slave rebellion, Turner's execution delivered his body to doctors for dissection. Then, according to William Sidney Drewer, a Virginia-born history professor, the physician filleted the black man's corpse and used his skin to make a coin purse. Let me see, can I find some clothes made out of human skin? Let me see. Look at this mess. Okay, Ed Glenn. Let me see, can I find this man? Ed Glenn, grave robber. He said, let me see, can I find this? Is how you check this stuff. Yeah, that's a real man. I ain't know nothing about him. And they done made a movie about him. Ed Gein. I read his name wrong. Let me see. Let me go back. I'm getting too far down the rabbit hole. But this is a real man. The butcher of Plainfield Ghoul was an American murderer and body snatcher. See what video this here.
He was Buffalo Bill from Silence of the Lambs, Leatherface from the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, he inspired Alfred Hitchcock's Psycho. People around the world have become fascinated with the crimes of Ed Gein. Right now, we're at the Ed Gein farm. This will be the first time in history anyone has been allowed back. I got chills.
Everybody has to be really careful because we're about to kick the hornet's nest.
A Discovery Plus original, Ed Gein, The Real Psycho. Stream now only on...
Okay, since Dahmer did so well, they finna roll out the Ed Gein. And I'm probably, I ain't know nothing about this guy. I'm looking at that head. That son gonna look like one of them darn eight. Look like one of them graves. Look at that head. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. Let me go back to this video. I just found his name in this video. That's right. That's right. Study these heathens. If you ain't got the stomach for you, just get off of it. Study these heathens. Look at this, man. Man, that man is straight satanic. Uh-oh, hold on. Look at this dummy. Look, I got to say, this guy is talented. Boy, I tell you, y'all go ahead. Y'all go ahead and integrate. Y'all go ahead and integrate. I know what it was. Y'all know you can legally sell dead. Let me see. The video I mistakenly deleted. I don't think I got it in my notes. Let me see. I had it on my phone. Y'all bear with me. Let me bear with me. Hold on. I think I had it in my phone.
The people who would come back to his apartment for money.
Okay. So hold on.
Explained it, then I can't.
Okay. It's legal to sell dead bodies. If you knew that, let me get a 1 in the chat. If you knew it was legal to sell dead bodies, if you knew that, let me show y'all this. Yeah. Mickey. All right. In the U.S. market for human bodies, almost anyone can dissect and sell the dead. When Americans when Americans leave their bodies to science, they are also donating to commerce. In other words, money, banking system. Cadavers and body parts, especially those of the poor, are sold in a thriving and largely unregulated market. Okay. Farrah Fawcett learned that her father, Harold Dillard, was dismembered and his body parts sent to a medical waste incinerator. Anyway, let me see here. Now look, this is how they selling it. Yeah, it's about that bag, old Nika. The company stacked brochures in funeral parlors around Sin City. On the cover, a couple clasping hands above the image, a promise, providing options in your time of need. The company, Southern Nevada Donor Services, offered grieving families a way to eliminate expensive funeral costs. Free cremation in exchange for donating a loved one's body to advanced medical studies. See, now, what if you get some of these people that can buy these bodies legally? You get another thing like this. You get this legal. Well, I bought the bodies legal. See what I'm saying? But anyway, outside Southern Nevada's suburban warehouse, the circumstances were far from comforting. In the fall of 2015, neighboring tenants began complaining about a mysterious stench and bloody boxing in a dumpster. That December, local health records show someone contacted authority to report an odd activity in the courtyard. You doggone right, Frankenstein. Health inspectors found a man in medical scrubs holding a garden hose. He was throwing a frozen human torso in the midday sun. Yeah, Stein. That's that ish name, ain't it? I see what you're saying there, Brother Sly. Stein. Yeah, I'm thinking too. Yeah, that's an ish name. All right. As the man sprayed the remains, bits of tissue and blood with, look, all of this stuff is an abomination before the Most High. All of it. All of it. People blood in the streets and stuff. People, all of this. And y'all think the Most High just ain't, okay. He letting it build up. He let it build up. Let me show y'all this verse. Anyway, he washing blood down the street like they're a cow or something. Even in the Old Testament, you're supposed to cover the blood of animals. Okay? Each year, thousands of Americans donate their bodies in the belief that they are contributing to science. In fact, many are also unwittingly contributing to commerce, their bodies traded as raw material in a largely unregulated national market. Body brokers are also known as non-transplant tissue banks. They are distinct from organ and tissue transplant industry, which the United States government closely regulates. Selling hearts, okay. But anyway, it is legal to sell dead bodies. Okay? Look. I had one article up here that somebody had a dead body restaurant. Hold on. I know. Y'all got to get a mindset of these people when y'all see them and y'all second guessing. Should y'all go hard on them? I'm talking about they trying to kill you or should you take it easy? I want y'all to get the mindset of it. I want y'all to see what they will do, what they capable of. Okay. I don't know. I probably deleted them by accident. That's what happened, but I found them. This is one of the links I deleted on accident earlier in the video. There's one of them. And here's another one. I probably look. Restaurant owner murders man, serves his remains to vegetarian diners. Get instantly found out. This ain't what I was looking for. Let me see how long was this? 2 minutes and 40 seconds. Let's see.
Just a quick word from our sponsor.
Not sure how much you know about progressive.
This is in Bangkok, Thailand. It's Thailand. Hold on. Cannibal restaurant with roasted human heads on the menu shut down by police. This ain't the restaurant, but okay. Where is this at? 2014. They done probably scrubbed this story. Cannibal restaurant with roasted human heads on the menu shut down by police. Police arrested 11 people and closed down a restaurant after 2 human heads wrapped in cellophane was discovered at a hotel restaurant that had been serving human flesh. A tip-off led police to the macabre discovery in Ambra, Nigeria, with 11 people being arrested and AK-47 guns and other weapons being seized. So this is worldwide, family. This is worldwide. Yeah, you need just keep your eyes open. All right. World's first human meat restaurant opened in Japan. All these people missing and stuff. All this stuff going on. I'm just showing you pieces of the puzzle. Origins of claims about first human meat restaurant. As we check back online, we found a Spanish article on Laval's popular website. Let me see here. Let me see. Tokyo opens first cannibal restaurant, adding Japanese legislative changes made it possible under certain careful conditions back in 2014, itself calling the first cannibal restaurant in the world as Edible Brother. So y'all be careful over there in Japan. Matter of fact, we ain't nowhere we can go. We safe. We ain't even safe at home. So they just carry on as usual. If you watching, all right. But anyway, let me see. Hold on.
Drinking warm water before bed erases years of damage to teeth.
Brother Sly, remind me about that. I saw an article about that. Remind me about it. I'm going to try to pull it up. I can't read that language. Look, Burger King, y'all. Oh, they said it wasn't real. Okay. All right. Now, them bodies need to be buried, refrigerated, or something. What is they steal? Got a bigger question. Why you got these bodies stored in a warehouse? Think about it. What's going on? All these bodies in a warehouse. Why? Is this organ harvested? Huh? They said it wasn't true about Burger King. I can't prove it, so I'm gonna listen. You know, I like to be careful. I like to put out the undeniable truth. I can't prove it, but I wouldn't be surprised. They have found human DNA in McDonald's. They have found human DNA in McDonald's, though. Ask yourself, why they got 26 bodies just laying around? Who owned the warehouse? Let me see, can I find another story to this? This might just be clickbait. Hold on. Now, this is saying it was found in a fast food restaurant now. Now, which one is it? So they're just selling rotten corpses. See, boy, I'm getting angry, y'all. But it's a righteous anger. It's an anger that make me want to get to work and expose more of this type of anger. So, know what I'm saying? 4 fetuses sitting in a liquid that contains human brain tissue. Why are you going? What? This look like some kind of scientific experiment. You got 4 babies sitting in brain tissue. All right, let me get over. Let me show y'all. They have found human meat in McDonald's. Let me put beef. See how many restaurants pop up. Look. According to lab report. Clear Labs found some additional ingredients that may turn their stomachs to the. Think about it. If you. See, can I find a video? Hold on. Yeah, it's time to start getting self-sufficient. They got lab grown meat. Okay. Shoot. Yeah, brothers, you're gonna hit. Yeah, brothers. Let me see what this says. I know they always fact checking this stuff, but y'all know what that is. But anyway, family. Now let me see. Yeah. Men body parts found. Hey, Brother Sly, you got a link to that article? I think I found it. Export of 72,000 male organs and human parts to China. Yeah, this is the story right here, Brother Sly. I think this is it. I saw it. Yeah. This has been months ago. April. What are they getting all these body parts for? Here go another story. Let it load. Chinese authorities see 7,221 human penises in cargo ship from Nigeria logo. Y'all from Nigeria, y'all got any missing people around now? How about the surrounding countries? Y'all got any people missing over there? It should be a whole lot, especially males. Same number, y'all. Same number. $7,200. I'm just, hey. So it's our own people. I should have known. This is female. Let's see what the women. And then I'm probably finna end this.
Stored in glass bottles are remnants of female genitals. 21 pieces of human anatomy were discovered in a Danish man's house in South Africa. The genitalia was...
So this is a white man's, y'all, in South Africa, Danish. All right? I wouldn't care if it was a black man, but I'm just telling y'all. These folks got a culture of doing this stuff.
Man's house in South Africa. The genitalia was stored in a home freezer. Police believe several women were lured into his home from neighboring Lesotho before he assaulted, sedated, and performed illegal operations on them. South African police said Peter Frederickson faces charges of sexual assault, intimidation, and domestic violence. Anesthetics and surgical equipment were found in the property last week along with the body parts. A police spokesperson said most of the victims were believed to be from Lesotho and that investigations into the allegations are continuing. The police added that Frederickson is a wanted man in Denmark for illegal dealing in firearms. The 58-year-old remains in custody and will appear in court on Monday for the hearing of his bail application.
There go the heathen right there. Let's see where the other one at.
Members of the public and anxious relatives jostled for space at the Kibera.
Brother Sly, I don't think he killed him. I think he just castrated him. I didn't, yeah. I might be wrong, but I think he just castrated him.
Law courts as they sought to catch a glimpse of the two suspects, Eliud Watiri Mwangi and Paul Kariuki Marunda, arraigned before Chief Magistrate Cecilia Githua on charges of harming a dead body. The prosecutor alleged that on 13 September 2010, the two harmed the body of an unidentified male at the Kenyatta National Hospital mortuary by chopping off his genitalia. 36-year-old Eliud Mwangi, a mortuary attendant, was allegedly caught in the act of trying to sell the body part for 50,000 shillings to his co-accused, Paul Kariuki Marunda, a driver at a funeral home. The intended destination of the body part, which was found in a paper bag, is still unknown. The two, however, denied the charges. The court granted the two suspects a 50,000 shilling cash bail each, or a bond of 100,000 shillings each, with a surety of the same amount. The case will be heard on October 21st. The case is the latest in a series of apparently witchcraft-related incidents across the country, which in the last month saw a Kenyan attempt to sell his albino friend in Tanzania, ostensibly for his body parts. The arraignment in court of the two suspects sets the ball rolling in a matter of speaking. In subsequent hearings, it is hoped that they will help shed light on just how long the practice has been going on and how many more people may have been affected. Wilkie Sanyabo, KTN in Nairobi.
Yeah. All right. All right, family. I guess that's enough. I done traumatized y'all enough for the day. Shalom, family. No, it don't make it no better. Sure don't. All right. Y'all take care. I'm finna dip on down. Let me show y'all. All right.
What's going on, y'all? Hadassah Queeno. We got to rise above the negativity. Psalm 94:19 is what we standing on right now when I'm filled with cares. Your assurance soothes my soul. Yeah, got me. And I got some of my friends track. Listen, payback is a beep. Remember what you did to the children of it. Now it's all coming back on you, but we hit. We ain't falling for the fake news, baby. We choose to trust in the one who's a shelter, food and guns. We ain't taking no chip in our hand, and we ain't taking no vaccination. Rise above the negativity so you can stand.
Rise above all the negativity. Rise because we sitting in the heavenly, right next to the King of Kings. There's about to be a momentum swing. Rise above all the negativity. Rise because we're sitting in the heavenly, right next to the King of Kings. There's about to be a momentum swing.
There's about to be a momentum swing for the nation of Yashara. For the nation of Yashara, yes, a momentum swing. And I tell you that Yahuda will one again reclaim the throne. Yahuda will one again beat the praises of old. And I brought my friend Mo. Break it down one time.
Yahuda got the keys to the kingdom. Yahuda and the 12 tribes sent by our Redeemer. Yes, sir, there's been declared time to hold the sea raining over the nations. Here we go. That's right, Yahuda want it all back. King coming with the big payback. Spoiled out his mouth for his enemies attack. Busting out the clouds. With the kings, with the queens, we redeem. I redeem, we esteem and believe. HELLOween. They rain will disappear like a vapor. Did you really think you can overcome my creator? Yes, sir, he said to do a new thing. Manifest the sons and daughters of the king. Half the earth even seen such a thing. It's about to be a momentum swing.
Rise above all the negativity. Rise because we're sitting in the heavenly, right next to the King of Kings. There's about to be a momentum swing. Rise above all the negativity. Rise because we're sitting in the heavenly, right next to the King of Kings. There's about to be a momentum swing.
Oh, foolish nation! Did you think Abba Yahuwah would forget his own? Do you think he would forget his own and break his promises? Oh no, this time I have my friend Mainframe. Break it down one time.
Yeah, rise up, yeah, we raising the grain and school face. Whole place cause they raising the cane is plain. I'm able with the plenteous rain and splendorous rain. Except that you think it's a game, a game. My arcade, my echo, my mispot. We blow oats, so bars and multiplying like cockroaches. Yo, go to better, yo, they got coats. But that was a different world we living in. Bitter the waters leading the bitter man. But in the battle thinking what could have been. Shoot to the slaughter, beat to the bitter end. Red in the tour, see where it did, man. Y'all send the sun, call it the middleman. Teach the game, Jersey, the metal land. Giants was lost like the better way.